So as I promised you in yesterday's video, my fellow Descendants, this morning I'd like to take a few moments, talk about hotfix 1.0.6, which is now live in the game. We'll talk about the stuff they fixed, other things we hope to see fixed very soon, and as always, answer some of the questions you've sent the channel. Alright, my YouTube family, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and today, my friends, is all about bringing you up to speed on all things The First Descendant. As always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor, hit that like button really quick. It truly helps the channel out. Now, for those of you that may have missed yesterday's video, the first thing I'd like to mention really quick is the fact that the game has given every single player a surprise reward. You can see they said yesterday to celebrate our first update, we're giving special rewards this weekend. As announced on Discord, our hotfix will be slightly delayed as we address additional issues. We appreciate your patience and support. Stay tuned for more exciting updates and enjoy your rewards. Now, you can see the rewards were sent yesterday on Friday the 2nd, and you will be able to access this reward until next Thursday, August 8th, but you need to make sure you activate it by then, because if you don't, you will lose out, and you don't want to miss it. Again, it's free stuff, and what's great, I mean, you'll see here in a moment. When you open up your mailbox at the very top, that is where you're going to see the surprise reward. Now remember, when it comes to these items, the moment you take them out of your mailbox, when you open them, the clock starts running on that timer. So you can see we are getting these bonuses for a 3-day duration. And during that time when it's active, you're going to get that 30% boost to your gold, Kuiper, Descent XP, and Weapon XP as well. Hope you have some free time to play this weekend, my friends, and as always, if you have any other questions on how this works, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now at this point, my friends, we are going to jump into the hotfix notes, starting at the top with the Battle Pass. They fixed an issue with the acquisition of supply coin as a reward for season/weekly challenge was not possible. They then go on to say if you completed that challenge before the patch, you will receive the supply coins upon logging in after the update. If that happened to you, let me know if everything is working now. Next, we have some changes to missions. They fixed the issue where fewer monsters were being spawned during the Fortress Outskirt mission in White Knight Gulch. Fixed an issue where the outpost would start without cooldown. Fixed an issue where monsters were spawning abnormally at certain outposts. And at the very bottom, and this is something I mentioned yesterday, you can see they said, please note that exploiting system errors or specific actions to gain higher than intended benefits will be considered abnormal gameplay behavior, which is a bannable offense. Now, in yesterday's video, I had no idea what the they were talking about. Like, none whatsoever. I actually said that in the video. But apparently the devs were referencing something some players are doing in the game right now where they're just tweaking their internal clock on their PC to move it forward 2 minutes to just bug something out. I don't know. It's just silly shit. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, you're not going to get in trouble just for playing the game. Do not worry about that. And I think the game has made it very clear that their main concern is outside manipulation. So as long as you stay away from that shit, you got nothing to worry about, my friends, because when it comes to things like the Valby run or the Kyle bug, I can pretty much guarantee you we will always see things like that pop up in the game. They don't seem to care. Of course, they're going to fix it pretty damn quick. But in regard to getting in trouble for it, I do not think that's something we ever have to worry about, and I promise you if we do, I will bring you that information right away. Next, my friends, we're going to talk about the changes they made to Descendants with the most recent hotfix. You can see they fixed an issue where Jaber's turret removal was intermittently not possible. They also fixed an issue with the taunt effect of Jaber's medical turret enhancement would not work either. They fixed an issue with a Valby and Ultimate Valby's cleanup skills would not end. And finally, at the bottom, they fixed an issue where the relevant effect would not appear around Viessa's legs when using her skill Frost Road. Now, one thing I mentioned in yesterday's video was the fact that, in my opinion, the reason why they delayed the hotfix in the first place was because of the Kyle bug. Everyone was able to one-tap everything if you had the right build. It was absolutely lights out. Rest in peace, Kyle. We appreciate your service. You can see at the top, they fixed an issue where Kyle was not able to use his skill Superconductivity Thrusters if his max XP exceeded a certain value when his level was between 22 and 25. And this is the big one, my friends. They fixed an issue where Kyle's damage from Superconductivity Thrusters would increase abnormally when using modules that apply status effects. Finally, at the bottom, they fixed an issue where Eugen had to equip a lower level reactor to achieve a higher healing output when the power of his skill was low, rather than using a higher level reactor. Now, as we make our way to the final page, one thing I want to address really quick is that I have heard from many of you out there talking about other bugs you've encountered with different Descendants. I'm talking about Ajax, Sharon. I mean, so many of you have also reached out about overwhelming XP. I promise you, my friends, once I have answers, I will bring them to you right away. And as always, feel free to leave any questions you may have in the comments section down below, because we are a family here, my friends. We're looking out for each other, trying to help each other out. That is the main goal of the channel. Getting back to the notes, on the final page, we have equipment and module fixes. For equipment, they fixed an issue where the motion would continue if a player maintained the zoom state while the single reload for piece effect of the Peacemaker was active. And for the module, they fixed an issue where the grappling hook could intermittently be used beyond its range with the mid-air maneuvering module as equipped. Again, my friends, we will see other changes hopefully very soon. And as I start to wrap this video up, one final thing I'd like to address really quick, and this is based on a question I pretty much get in every video I post, is why isn't the game just doing major changes all at once? You know, we are seeing these small little increments here and there, and a lot of people are simply wondering, when are they going to make some major changes that we know a lot of people want to see? Talking about, let's say, the marketplace, things like that. In my opinion, and this is something we've talked about so many different times in so many different videos, one of the biggest mistakes a game can make upon launch are these crazy overcorrections, and we've seen it time and time again in multiple games. And they have something in the game and they nerf it into the ground and they do that overcorrection, so they try to bring it back to a better place. And unfortunately for the players, you really cannot get a baseline of what you can expect in your gameplay. And then people just start to simply stop playing the game, because when you continuously move the finish line, you don't know what your actual goal is. Keep in mind as I say that, I'm not talking about the Kyle bug. That thing definitely had to go, and the reason I bring that up is because I was hearing from so many players out there saying that when they tried to use random matchmaking for a void intercept battle and people noticed there wasn't a Kyle in the group, everyone would take off before the battle even began because they were looking for someone to be able to one-tap everything for them, and that's a cycle we do not want in the game, my friends. At least I don't think so. Finally today, as you can see on screen, as of my recording this video at 8:38 a.m. on Saturday, August 3rd, we are currently sitting at 115,447 players. That's also the peak for today. Keep in mind these numbers are just on Steam. So when you add players on console, that number is going to be much, much higher. And when we make our way to the top selling games, you can see currently The First Descendant is ranked number 1. We all know it's a free-to-play game. However, we also know that when you have a game people enjoy, they're going to spend money on it. It's as simple as that. And a great comparison I can make is, look, I've spent hundreds of dollars in the past on AAA games. I get maybe 6 hours of it, and I'm thinking that was a huge waste of money. In this game, I can actually choose how I spend my money. So let's say, you want more than 10 Descendants, you got to spend $10 to buy a few other slots. You have the ability to make that decision, or you decide, you know what, I'm never going to use this Descendant. I can totally toss them. It's up to you, my friends. On that note, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time. Hope everyone is having a good weekend so far. Tomorrow, Sunday the 4th. Is it already the 4th of August? Can that be right? That's insane. Anyway, today isn't, tomorrow is. But my point is this: every Sunday I do my weekly recap, so turn on those notifications. You will see that soon. Make sure on the way out you hit that like button, and feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.